What's going on, everybody? Today is the first day of the new season in Mario Strikers Battle League. Day 1 went very well, securing number 7 in our division. Unfortunately, this is an unranked squad because, well, I didn't get to play last season. As for my stats, I played 24 matches with a total of 17 wins. Overall, really good session, and I cannot wait to play more. Here are a couple of highlights from today's session, and I'll be talking a little bit about the difference between playing alone versus playing with a teammate. The first highlight was, well, basically this entire game, I finished with a score of 8 goals to 1, so that was pretty good to start the day. This next opponent honestly did a very good job at playing defense against my playstyle. I love to do a lot of passes into my shooters, so it seemed very obvious that as I was playing against him, he would notice this and try and take them out anytime the pass was coming. Of course, this comes with a downside though, in that every time you do that, you give me an item. Although it gives me an item, I think that's exactly what you should be doing when facing a team like this. Toad and Waluigi cannot shoot very well, so you can kind of ignore them and just target the Rosalina and the Mario. You may be familiar with the term double teaming in basketball, as in you are putting 2 defenders on 1 shooter because they are the most important member of their team, so if you lock them down, you are more likely to lock down the offense. And yes, I did win this game 3-0, but I don't think the lack of goals scored was because he was playing bad. I think it was just because his team comp was unlucky in the random characters he gave him, so he didn't really have a lot of options. It's important to note that on this next game, I thought that this Peach was just going to run towards the ball and not hit me, but she did, so it gave her a pretty free breakaway to score the goal. I actually do like how the initial face-off works in this game. It's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors. If you tackle and they don't, then you win. If you dodge their tackle, then you win. And if you both tackle each other, then you draw. It's very important to take a look at who the other captain is and what gear they're wearing, because that might give you an idea of how they're going to do the face-off. Anyway, sometime in the future, I might be making a defense guide, but I need to get a lot better at defense before I do that. But before I do, I should probably make a team that's more defensive oriented, because I feel like even the best defensive players is going to struggle when you have Mario and Rosalina on your team. This is definitely obvious when they have a speed character on their team, and especially when Mario can't even knock over that speed character. That's a little sad. I was up 4-1 at some point in this game, and I was still giving up like 4 more goals on top of that. So if my offense slips in any capacity, then I'm going to be screwed. I am also very bad at stopping hyper strikes. If any of you guys have tips for that, then I would love to see it, because it seems like a lot of my games end up going up by 3-1, 4-1, and then my opponent is going to get a lot of items to the point where they can shoot the hyper strikes. I know that one was just pure me messing up my positioning, but you get the idea. Luckily, they missed the go-ahead goal, and I'm able to even bring it all the way back to the other side of the field and score myself. Actually, of the games I played by myself, I didn't lose any of them, at least not any in the 30 minutes of recording I got. But shortly after I was playing alone, I decided to stream a couple of games that were duo with some people that are in my Strikers Club. The first game with a teammate went very, very well. We actually dominated with 9 goals to nothing. We actually weren't even using voice chat for the first couple of games, but I feel like we were just in the zone. Which, by the way, I don't think you really need to be in voice chat to have an effective 2v2 team. Obviously, it's going to help, but the game's information is available to everyone at all the time, so there's not really much communication that needs to go on. Of course, there are circumstances where you need to pass the ball to them, or you're going to go for a play, or you need to go for a hyper strike, where you may want to communicate what you're doing at that time, but overall, I don't think it's necessary, and this shows why. It's much more important just to make sure you're not getting lost on what character you are than it is to be talking in the game. It's also much more important just to get lucky rebounds and take 5 shots in a row until it works. Another thing that helps a lot is being in sync with how to use free passes correctly, especially since when you're playing on your own, you are going to automatically switch to the character that's closest to your free pass. But if you're free passing to a teammate, they have to actually run towards the ball, and that may not be super easy to do. Also, I've noticed that playing defense is a lot harder when you're 2v2, even if you're well communicated. Just because if you're switching to the same characters, you are going to get confused, and sometimes you just run the complete wrong direction because it doesn't give you the character you expected. This is why I still think that when you're playing 2v2, it's better just to have one player pick a character and stay with it the entire game. Of course, in the event that the character gets knocked out or tackled, you can switch so that you're not just laying there lifeless, but at least it gives you the chance to not mess up which characters are getting controlled by who. This is probably not the case with more higher level duos that have been playing a while and understand what each person is going to do at any time. But in today's case, it was definitely my experience that I was getting lost a lot. I also don't play a lot of 2v2s because most of my experience so far has been in quick play with no one else to play with. Oh cool, I came across this clip again. Yeah, beat him up. Okay, yeah, this game is awesome. Oh my god, come on, dude. Why? 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 Fix your game. Fix your game. Come on. And if that wasn't bad enough, it happened again. Okay. Another one. Oh, thank you for the... Okay, I'm done. I'm done. What do you do? What do you do against that? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? So yeah, needless to say, this game was a lot of fun. Well, we still won, but it was a lot of fun. And it was all thanks to the speedy toad who goes right in the net. We did end on an absolutely crazy game winner of a play, though. Nice. No! He missed! He missed! Oh my god! Oh my gosh. Best play we've had today. So, any frustrations that you have in 2v2 from switching characters and playing defense incorrectly, it's all worth it when you get plays like that. Anyway, that's all of the highlights I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.